In 2 days, Chapter 5 is arriving. So how are you guys going to prepare for the upcoming update? Well, I've already prepared for it, so I'm pretty much good to go. But in case you guys aren't prepared, you guys have 2 days, I'll go ahead and give you guys some tips as to how you guys can prepare for it. So as I've said in the previous video, Chapter 5 will be the center area. That's the part you unlock after the story. I think there's going to be a story first, because like, if you guys remember the story for like the OS, it was like 10 hours for me to do it. It was like you had to go through each coordinate sector of the map, and there's like dialogue, stories like Sirens versus Azur Lane, Crimson Access, stuff like that. There is a story involved in OS, and to be honest, I like the story way more in OS compared to the actual story in the game. So yeah, hoping to get some good stuff from that. Anyways, though, we go ahead and clear the story. I don't know how long it's going to be. Let's say it's going to take like, I don't know, an hour maybe. And then we get this middle coordinate. This part opens up. So the map's divided into like, I think like 6 to 8 quadrants. You go ahead and clear all these things out. And depending on what level they are, it's going to be pretty challenging. I think if I had to guess, it's probably going to be like... well, level 6 coordinates are like, well, when you unlock them, it's like 118, I think. So let's assume it's like 124 for most mobs or whatever. But if you guys are like really high in adaptability, like me right now, you should be okay. I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. So go ahead and knock that out. And then once you do all that, now I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna get into it, but there's gonna be a hermit fight. It's a 1-month fight, which is gonna suck because I want to do the content a lot. But it's a 1-month fight. Maybe it might be more. I doubt it though. But I really want to do more fights with it. But it's a 1-month fight. It's gonna suck. Anyways, though, the hermit fight is gonna be level 130 with 180 of those buff tags or whatever. So if you guys want to make sure you're well equipped and prepared for the upcoming update, the maximum adaptability you will need to cap out those stats are going to be 235. Specifically offense and survivability right here. These two have to be 235 if you want to cap out on the debuffs for the upcoming hermit fight. So if you guys don't have that already and you guys are looking to do the hermit fight right away when the update comes out, make sure you have 235. It's going to be the maximum amount you need to get the debuffs on it. And it will make your fight a lot much easier compared to someone who has like 180, 160 adaptability. Trust me, you want to make sure you have capped out because it's going to suck. It's going to hurt and stuff like that. Right. So if you guys don't already know, the Hermit is going to be a battleship fight with planes, suicide bombers. Basically anything you think of will be thrown at you for this upcoming fight. And it's going to be really difficult. There are shielded planes. There are a lot of suicide bombers. It's gonna suck. There's gonna be a lot of things there. With that being said, make sure you guys have really well-equipped fleets. So again, if you're gonna run carriers, which is the most optimal way of doing it, because it is a battleship, meaning it's heavy armor, torpedoes are gonna own here. Keep in mind, the boss is gonna throw a lot of things at you. It's gonna be quite scary. So make sure you're running a well-equipped carriers and whatnot. Specifically 125. If you have 125 carriers, use them. And if you have the UR carriers, Haku and Shinada, use them as your flagship because they're heavy armor. Heavy armor means you're going to be more durable. Alright? So watch out for that. I think there's 2 versions of it. I gotta wait until more updates, or I gotta wait until the content actually comes out to give more details about it. But make sure you have a well-equipped fleets. I think it might be 1 fleet. I'm not sure. If it is 1 fleet, I'll just play around with like setups and whatnot. But do try to make 2 setups. 1 for carrier, 1 for battleships. Because I think carrier does do more damage. But it's scary because there are going to be suicide bombers hitting your backline. And there's also going to be shielded planes hitting your backline as well too. So it's going to be quite scary. Your flagship could sink. It could sink. So be very careful about that. Be very careful about that. I'm not sure what the health on it is. I'm assuming it's like lower than Meta 15s, which is about 1.4 mil is a battleship. So maybe it is a 1 minute and I think 120 seconds, I think. No, 1 minute 30 seconds. I think most fights in OS is a minute 30 seconds, so you have 90 seconds to unload everything. So that's about 4 airstrikes from carriers. Yeah. So you gotta make sure you do as much damage as possible. You also gotta survive as well too, so keep that in mind. But for the most part though, it's a 1 month fight, so you guys don't have to stress out like, oh, I gotta clear this like right now or something. No, you have until the end of the month and then it resets. I'm pretty sure. I gotta look more into details about that. But prepare a really strong carrier setup. Prepare a strong battleship setup as well too. I'm using my regular like New Jersey stuff or whatever. I don't think you guys really care because you guys probably don't have like fully decked out setups like I do, or some of you guys will, some of you guys won't. Just make sure you have good setups for both carriers and battleships. And for Vanguards, as durable as possible because she hits hard. She really does hit hard. For being 130, even at max debuffs on adaptability, she hits very, very hard. So be careful and good luck.